Yo, what up? Good morning, GMG. Monday. Oh, baby. Monday starting off quite crazy already. Fuck. What's the date? March. Where's my calendar? March 10th, 2025. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house on YouTube today because X seems to be down all over the world. Tyler, Logan, how you guys doing today? Good morning.
Doing pretty good. It was a big weekend. And then Tyler D house, we moved. It's a soft move. So I am live from the new office, but it's March. So we are actually we're gonna stay downtown until our kids graduate. But my son's spring break this week. So we're just gonna spend the week up in the new house.
I love that.
Then so
congratulations.
Thank you. Sound might be a little different. I might have to get some dampening pads. So just bear with me for the week, but excited.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, listen, wait, Logan, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Glad to be back with you guys. The sun is shining here, so I've got the windows open. I mean, aside from price action, there's really not too much to complain about. So I'm feeling pretty good.
It's great. Yeah, I wish I could relate to sunshine. Yeah, this thing's down completely. So X is, X mobile. Oh my God. The price for coins.
Everything's dead.
Dude.
It's over.
Oh my God. Our coins are literally like at zero right now. Okay, X is down, guys. So we're not doing Twitter Spaces. We're not doing a broadcast. We're gonna host a quick show on YouTube today that will then repost on X. So if you're seeing this, you're probably seeing this a little later. And at least we're here. At least we're showing up. We're out here. We're gonna do our best with what with what we got. That's for sure. So anyways, if you're on YouTube and you can hear us, just like share it on X if your X works. Me, I'm trying to post it. I'm not sure I'm getting anything here. And I think Sims also tried to broadcast directly there and it wasn't working. My notifications are showing up again. Oh, I have one tweet that went through. I should have used that tweet for the YouTube post. God damn it. So we'll be there. Anyway, it's on the show. Let's talk markets. Mando's not going to be with us this week. He's got some stuff to do, or he may be, he may not be. We'll see. But it's okay because we got Logan, and also we don't have X, we have Abstract. We're live on ABS. We're live on ABS and we're live on YouTube. So we'll do markets. We'll do Tyler's Top 100. There's a lot to talk about. Recap from the Crypto Summit. Recap from the weekend. Oh, wow. We're fucking turbo dumping right now. Jesus Christ. So that, and then God damn it, dude. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Okay. Wow. I'm just trying to think, like, at some point I've got to buy something I have to buy in the show. And then, cause like 120 sold is like free at this stage, right? Right? Or are we going lower? Anyways, let's talk about this. This show is powered by Galaxis. Galaxis is a Web3 platform empowering creators and brands to build unstoppable communities with full ownership and independence, trusted like by icons like Donald Trump, Steve Aoki, Mike Tyson, and the NBA, shaping together the future of engagement. But also, Wallet Connect is the connectivity network shaping the future of on-chain UX. If you've connected to a Web3 app, you've seen Wallet Connect. That blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto, as recognized as Visa at checkout. Want to learn more? Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. Love this read. Anyways, Tyler, I'm just gonna go straight to you, and then we'll set the tone there, and then we'll go through our topics and everything.
NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler D on FOMO hour cause the kids can't miss.
Free to back the Bears. Yeah, folks, crypto majors falling off a cliff live here this morning. We sold off yesterday, another classic Sunday sell-off, and it is getting worse. Stocks opening up down a few percent here. Bitcoin down 4%, just lost 80K. It's at 79.6.
It's bad
right now. ETH at 2023, Sol 122. So
121.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we're going down fast right now as we speak. We'll get into some of the price action in a second, but this came against what was a pretty bullish day of headlines on Friday. So the OCC came out. They clarified their rules for banks engaging in crypto, stating that crypto custody and stablecoins are now going to be allowed. So that's a landmark shift there. We had Brian Armstrong announced after the White House summit that Coinbase is going to hire 1,000 people in America under the crypto-friendly administration. At the summit, Scott Bessent came out and said that the U.S. is going to use stablecoins to keep the U.S. the dominant global reserve currency. So some very big headlines. At the same time, Michael Saylor apparently pitched the White House on a $100 trillion plan where the U.S. would acquire 5 to 25% of the Bitcoin supply by 2035. So Big Mike, he's shooting his shot. And then this morning, right before the show, another $21 billion equity raise for MicroStrategy to buy more Bitcoin. So he's got big plans. A few other headlines. We saw Singapore Stock Exchange set to launch Bitcoin future contracts, and then BBVA, the second biggest bank in Spain, they're opening up Bitcoin and Ethereum trading here as well. Then another financial services company, this company Fold, acquired another 475 Bitcoin for its treasury. They now hold 1,485. So
Wow.
Some big macro headlines. Zooming in on tokens and protocols, Myriad. Geez, it's Myriad token coming, along with a very successful first weekend for the USDC markets. I think over 150,000 traded.
We're nearly there.
Weekend. So we'll take a look at that. Bubble Maps announced their BMT token TGE is tomorrow, folks, March 11th. Maple Finance announced that Bitwise made its first institutional DeFi trade using its platform. And then Kaido announced a new fast track option for new launchpad projects. In AI tokens are down another 10% or so. We saw ARK announce a new app store for AI agents, and then Grok. I know Logan followed this. We'll have to get into this later in the show. Grok used Clanker to launch several meme coins on Base this weekend. So Grok, the Twitter AI, is launching meme coins, though with varying degrees of success. We also saw this Kokoro meme coin from the family tied to the Doge meme that ran to 100 million this weekend. It's back to 25. And then please, JD Vance, he acknowledged the meme. Saw a little bit of a spike there, but I think it sold off here again this morning.
It's the market. It's not the meme.
Yes.
Yeah. Because this meme would be 100 mil if it was like 3 months ago, for sure. But that's interesting. Anyway, so lots to talk about here. No, X is seemingly still not up, so we're gonna have to roll with YouTube only for now. Anyways, where do we even start? I mean, we should start with the market first and foremost. I know we don't have Mando today, but still, I mean, guys, when does the bleeding stop? This is like, I keep drawing lines lower. Literally, I'm not kidding. On Sol, I just added 3 more lines. It's like I just keep adding lower lines. I don't even want to look at my Sonic position right now.
Yeah, probably not. I think I've started to see a shift finally where people are acknowledging like what Bessent is saying, what Trump is saying, and that they're going to do this market detox. And I feel like more folks are just realizing that. And I don't know if that means they're selling, but I think it's like some level of maybe capitulation is the wrong word, but just like acknowledging that, yeah, okay, we're going to go lower. I don't know where the bottom is. I feel like Bitcoin probably has the strongest bottom of them all.
So it's 73K.
It's going to lose 2K again today. Sol, I think I've heard 80 tossed around quite a bit for Sol. I feel like that would be pretty jarring.
Nasty, bro.
If ETH loses 2K, what's the next level? 1,500?
It's 1,500. We talked about that last week too. It's here. There's no level, still 1,500.
Then Bitcoin loses 78. What's its level? 70?
73.
Okay.
And then 69.
Let's hope your lines hold up.
I mean, I'm just basing it on this, right? Like just set previous highs. That's it, right? I'm not even a trader like that, but just basing it on whatever, it's just mental levels at this stage for me to try and buy a dip. I just don't know if I'm buying here yet. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted right now. Like really tempted. Because it's Monday. We already dumped yesterday crazy. We're dumping today again. I'm so tempted to buy crypto right now. Probably short term though, but tough to call.
Like, yeah, if you're looking for like near term like scalp trades, then I think looking at Monday lows.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Monday evening. Closer to like the close probably.
The problem is, but if you're not scalp trading, I mean, I hate to say it, but it feels like we're just going to keep going lower.
Yeah. It's grim, but that's where this is where you DCA, right? Like if you've got the money and if you have a long-term approach and perspective on this industry, and if you believe that, it's just a short-term, near-term pain for long-term, pump, like we've talked about before on the show as well, then this is actually where you start your DCA. I can confidently say that. Like you can start. I'm not saying go all in, just you start your DCA here.
Yeah, and you said it's grim, but like I want to be clear and to use Mando's words, like this really feels like it's a macro sell-off and not a crypto sell-off, right? Like the bullish headlines keep pouring in. Like the OCC one was huge. You were at the White House Summit. I want to talk about that with you as well.
I mean, look at the SPX again.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not us, right?
It feels like stocks are finally going to correct for the first time in a while. I don't know how low they're going to go. But if stocks go down another 10 to 20%, you have to assume crypto majors are probably going to go down in line.
Wow. Tesla fell off a cliff.
Tesla's down almost, I think it's closing in on 50% drawdown from the high.
One of us.
And that was a consensus play to be the one of the biggest winners of the Trump administration, right? Like given Elon's role.
I mean, both Tesla and Doge are not really pumping.
He's got to be pushing that in Donnie's ear a little bit, isn't he? Because Trump has said he's not paying attention, but Elon's got to make sure that he knows what Tesla's 60% off the high or whatever.
I mean, at some point, like Elon has lost quite a bit of wealth, right?
Yeah,
and it's gonna continue. He's abandoned Twitter. Twitter is a non-functioning platform. Although
is it working now?
Live.
Are we live on X right now?
I don't know if we are.
Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back. I think we're back. Let me see. We're live on X. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. I'm gonna post this.
I take it all.
I'm just not gonna launch the Twitter Spaces today, but we're live on X.
Yeah, no spaces.
Anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, but Elon, but like, I mean, Tesla stock's down 50%. So like, this is not just crypto. Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin down? 28% roughly, 25% high.
Something like that. Yeah, near 30, no?
Yeah, closing in on 30.
If you go pico, schmiko, top, type shit, you're negative 27. But that's like really like from like, let's just say from 104-ish, it's like negative 20. Let's say 20, call it 25%, 24, 25%.
I will say what's keeping me somewhat sane during this drawdown is I took your advice on Friday and I shorted ADA. So I went short.
Let's go.
At 85 cents. It's at 69 cents. So if you pull up that chart, that's one that made it had that large pump from basically 66 level all the way to $1.10 on that basically what has now come out to be fake news that it was going to be included in the US.
He wasn't even at the summit.
And like they basically came out and said, yeah, we just included that in discussions because it was top 10, but we have no plans. So that entire pump should in theory be erased.
This is going back right here. At least.
And I'll probably close there. I think that's my current plan.
It was a great short. Yeah.
I hate being on the short side, but at least there's.
Yeah, but you're shorting vaporware, so it's okay. Damn, YouTube people are gonna hate me, bro. I just realized we're talking to YouTube audience. Fuck. What about this one? That's an incredible short too. If you want, fuck.
XRP scares me a little bit more, just because I feel like the XRP army is stronger.
Yeah, but there's so much air to zero. Where's zero?
There is. There really is.
The problem with short is to double your money, the coin has to go down 100%, right? No coin's ever going to go down 100%. Is that what it is? With a short position?
50%.
Yeah, 50%.
Depends on your leverage, right? So like
depends on your leverage.
Yeah.
But the upside making money
upside's much bigger.
Yeah. It looks like we're getting somewhat of a bounce now, but we'll see how much it's how much it survives. Anyways, so the markets are shit. What else is going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna post the show here.
Logan, while Tyler does that, how do you feel about this market right now?
Yeah, I I feel okay. It's not great, of course. I don't want to kid anybody and make them feel like I'm super comfortable, but and it's cliche, but been here before,
Yeah.
So a lot of these things, I've been fortunate to stay off of leverage and those those instruments that can really get you in trouble, and so it doesn't feel great, but it's much better than it could be waking up every day, right? Like I'm not feeling any pain or sweating over positions, just kind of holding, the Bitcoin and other stuff that I have, and whatever happens. We'll go from there. I'm here with everybody else, so
You're in it for the friends and the tech.
exactly.
Right? Looks like Tyler's kid wants in as well. Let the kid on the show.
We're just off the rails in our entirety here.
Looks like Tyler's kids. Are your kids excited about the new house? They must be.
They're very excited.
I love that. Damn, I thought we bounced here, but we're still lower than 79. Yeah, it looks like, honestly, I hate to say it, but it looks like that 73 is more likely than we thought at first. So we'll see. I saw a great meme this morning by Raheem. I'm gonna share it with you guys. You guys are gonna laugh at this one. And then let's go to some topics. Crypto Degen is realizing the bear might be here.
Oh God. Embrace the bear.
Just look at this. It's a real video.
Oh God. Go to the post right before this. That's wild. Scroll up.
This one.
This is the Hopium post.
This is the biggest Hopium right now.
And it's not just Raul sharing it. So
it's everyone. Zero Hedge, everybody.
The M2 versus Bitcoin chart. But like the problem is I keep seeing this shared on like different time horizons. So like they'll keep like on this chart has the M2 with a 10-week lead. And then like I've seen it with a 45-day lead. Next week it's going to be with a 12-week lead or with a 16-week lead. So like we're just going to keep drawing these lines until the chart makes sense. I think I'm not an M2 expert. I want to say that M2 is going up because of China printing money and not the US. And like China stock markets, I think, are doing well right now while the US is going into decline. So
yeah,
it's kind of like a tale of two markets playing out. And this is more Mando's area than mine for sure. But I guess like it kind of just feels, I'm a guy who likes his Hopium. So let's be very clear about that. This one, I don't know. It kind of feels like BS to me a little bit. And like, I understand that M2 supply definitely matters, right? But there's clearly other factors at play right now.
Yeah.
Trump and Bessent trying to drive everything lower to get rates lower feels like it matters more.
I have no opinion on that because I just don't know enough. But even then, if you follow this chart, we're going a little lower. Actually, no, we're here now, technically, because that was shared yesterday, right? So we've reached that 80K point. Like the M2 here, if you follow the M2, this is the bottom.
Yeah, and I saw someone confidently predict that like March 25th will be the bottom based on like the 10-week time lag or something.
What the fuck, dude? I have no idea what this stuff means.
No one knows.
Nobody knows. It's provocative. You know what? Ironically, the thesis that we laid out months ago on the show is playing out, Tyler. 9-month chop until June.
Yeah,
literally.
I call this chop though.
That is not chop, but maybe it's not chop, but it's like, recovery then.
If we go 9-month chop all the way back to the prior high. So what was the prior high? 65?
69.
Yeah.
69.
I mean, that feels very, we just keep grinding lower until we get down to 69 again.
I mean, do we think this like lower and then double top September, October? Let's say around, let's call it 140.
That feels low. That feels soon. September, October. It's a little soon to me.
I mean, it's not soon. September, October, brother. We're in March. What do you mean?
I don't think this detox that Bessent keeps talking about is going to end in a month. Like that's not a detox. That's like a quick break. So I think there's going to be longer pain. I hope not. Of course.
You know what I haven't seen referenced in a while is the Kobe tweet about how painful it would be from like what 80 to 100K or whatever.
Yo, yes.
He told us. He said it's going to be painful from 80 to 100K. I think we got over our skis a little bit excited because the 100K felt so much easier than it should have felt, right? And then he said, I don't know the exact tweet, right? But it's like the 100 to 250K mark.
I found it. The hard road goes from 80K to 100K, but we got that one easy. The easy road goes from 100K to 250K.
Yeah. So I would argue there is a chance here if you want to be super serious about this tweet, which who knows how much shitpost is in this or not, but there's a chance here we're still playing this hard road 80 to 100K. Of course, we
You're right.
Breached 100K to what 108 or something like that, but like that's still within a standard deviation of what I would call 100K on this post. So that's when I need my hopium because the M2, none of that stuff, TA, that doesn't do anything for me.
It doesn't do it.
Doesn't do anything for me. I come back to this tweet and I mean, you know what? We're just on the hard road right now.
Honestly, like none of this, like even the TA, I find it so stupid. I just keep drawing lines lower to convince myself to buy.
Whatever we need confirmation bias for. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just to make myself buy. I make a line. I'm like, oh, wait, it's there. I'm scared of that line, so I should buy it. That's how I see it. It's like the 129 was scary when it was 290, right? Now we're there. That means I got after the shot, I got to buy a tiny little bit. And then I'll draw a line lower. And if we hit, I got to buy another tiny little bit. You know what I mean?
And
but I think I'm just going to focus on Bitcoin.
So like there's the whole mindset of, buy when there's blood in the streets, buy at extreme fear. We hit extreme fear a week ago. And now we're lower again. Right. So like there's more nuance to this. Like we're going to keep balancing. There's going to be happy days. There's going to be sad days. It seems like the downturn is going to continue here. But I guess what's so wild about all of this, like maybe let's flip back positive. You were at the freaking White House on
Let's
Friday.
talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
How did you get into the White House and like what were your takeaways? Who did you have a chance to talk to?
Let's get into that. Listen, you know what's funny? I wrote about that, right? I wrote about this because I talked about I talked about Sachs and Bohines. I put a tweet out about them. Like institutionally, anything but price action is turbo bullish, right? Anything but price action. Like when I was talking to other journalists in the room, or when I was talking, just the fact that we were in the room, with all the other media because we got a press pass. Just the idea that like I spoke to so many different founders, like pretty big founders in the space, because then there was a cocktail reception that was hosted by Coinbase, which was like from like 6 to 8 p.m. right after the summit. It's where like a lot of the summit people went, right? So that's where I saw Saylor, etc. And everybody's hyped. Like everybody's really excited, happy. Of course, like they come off a high because you're there with Trump at the White House. So I understand, but like not a single person was worried about the price, given that they're all also billionaires. But point being, like nobody cares because everybody's outlook on the future of the industry is positive. So it was a no press event, so obviously no videos, no photos. What I can say is there was a little Q&A between Brian Armstrong and David Sachs. And even hearing David Sachs speak and his outlook on where he thinks things are going was great. And so you can tell that they're approaching this the right way. I got to chit chat with Bohines as well. By the way, dope guy, like such a nice person. But it looks like we have again, it's my personal opinion. I think we have the right folks at the administration to carry the torch forward when it comes to like digital assets, crypto, and all that stuff, like and stablecoins, etc. But it's gonna take a little bit for it to hit, I guess. We're still in this like weird honeymoon phase where like Trump just got in, he's breaking everything, just tariffs left and right. Yesterday, like the new Liberal Party leader in Canada came in and said, hey, we're going to go into a trade war if we have to, right? Like, it's like you still have all those like headlines that are not helping us. But again, I do think short-term pain. I spoke with a very, very, very big founder. Don't want to name them in case they don't want to be quoted in the industry. Let's say founder of one of the top 5. And I said, how do you feel about the short term? And he said, how long? I said 3 months. And he said the same thing as us. He said short-term pain for long-term gains. And that's someone who's literally founder of a top, I'll call it top 5, top 10. I don't even, it's a top 5, crypto. So people excited. And I think that you're right, Tyler. The biggest news of that room was what Besant said. And it's what stuck the most. Because after the summit, I asked a few people how they felt about it. And a lot of people a lot of people talk about Scott Bessent and what he said. That was by far the biggest news. So it's hard for me to even be bearish when I say that. I look at charts. I mean, I close the charts most days right now, but I think this is a good reset. Luca talked about this yesterday. I tweeted about this yesterday. We were focused on all the wrong things this cycle. And it looks like a reset will be necessary in order for people to be focused on the right things. And we'll see. I think even someone saying retail never bought. Retail actually bought. All the statistics show that retail bought crypto. Just retail got wrecked. It's different. So retail bought. But when they were buying last cycle, they were buying NFTs that actually lasted a few months. We believed in the cool cats for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, we believed in the Bored Ape for a long time, right? Still do. But the point being is the ride from 0 to 150 ETH on Bored Apes was a fucking year long. You know what I mean? The ride for cool cats for 0.1 ETH to 15 ETH was a year long, right? At least they had something to believe in and to sell along the way, right? This is just, meme coins just, and also even if they wanted out of your cool cat bag or your NFT bags, you had time to scale out at that small loss. Meme coins, you're up, and then next second you're down half of your money. So retail just got destroyed.
Retail came for Trump. I was talking to
ETFs.
I was talking to a buddy who, like, he runs a real estate company, so he dabbles loosely in crypto. He's like, I bought the Trump coin and I got rinsed.
Yeah.
And that's the story. So retail did come in, and unfortunately they bought the top and they got wrecked.
They bought Melania. They bought Malay. They bought Enron. They bought all the Meteora drops. If anything, you can thank Ben Chow and that whole cabal for a lot of what's going on the Solana space side of things. Of course, you can't blame them for the price of Bitcoin, but if anything, point your pitchforks that way, because they're the ones who ruined it for everyone. But Bitcoin, dude, is just because of trend markets. That's it. People are bullish, man. That room was stacked. It's good people. We'll see. I remain, positive in the long term, but short term it's tough to be.
I still think it's the golden bull run. I just spent 10 minutes talking about how I think the price is going to go down for a lot longer. But like, it's hard to, like, we have to keep saying this. People keep ignoring it. Like, this is the most crypto-friendly administration we've ever had. Everyone who's running these companies is incredibly bullish on the future. Brian Armstrong is going to hire 1,000 people in the United States, and these people have time horizons that are longer than the next quarter. So, like, we have to keep talking about it.
Well, it looks like we saved the listener. He said, Farouk, you said I was overinvested in SPX 6900 last week. I exited and is down. You're welcome. I only said that because you were telling me that I never speak about your bags. And I spoke about them 2 days before. So you pissed me off, but I guess I saved you at the same time. So now I appreciate you saying that. I mean, what is your takeaway? What's your read on this crypto summit? I mean, one more thing I'll say is a lot of people expected the whole summit to be broadcasted. No, the point of the summit is that it's behind closed doors conversations that happened. I wish we got to ask questions for the press. So, when Trump came, the press got to go in, including me. That's why I was in the room. Sadly, we didn't get to ask a question. So I do wish there was questions from the press, because we all had really cool questions ready. Like myself, Sander, Eleanor Tourette. Like, there was someone from Bitcoin Magazine. There was someone from CoinDesk. So we all had a bunch of questions ready for them. But instead, it was like a round of thank yous to Donald Trump from different founders, which is fine. But I just wish the press got to say their piece. But we don't know what happened really in there. I just know there was an agenda, and even the agenda is not like, hey, we're not going to talk about how do we pump their bags. They're going to talk about different aspects. So on the agenda was stuff like digital token, what's digital security, digital currency, digital commodities, vision, unleash the power of the crypto industry to grow the global economy, become bankers to the world, revitalizing capitalism, property rights. They're just talking about how they're going to change the banking system, the real estate system, all these systems using cryptocurrencies and stablecoins, etc. Right? So it's that's what it was about. So yeah, long road to 100K it is.
I think expectations were probably too high. Like, we knew that was going to be a round table. Once again, everyone overhyped it, but then, my God, everyone on CT just loves to engagement farm and negative posts. So everyone comes out and does their videos and their tweets about how it was so embarrassing. And I feel like that was just a garbage reaction to what did take place on Friday, or just the fact that it took place.
On a Friday.
And then at the same time, literally an hour before the OCC's repealed, totally changed 180-degree change course. Now banks can custody crypto and get into stable coins, and basically walked back everything that laid the foundation for Operation Choke Point 2.0, which is effectively acknowledged as a real thing at this point. So just 4 months ago, these companies were literally being choked out of crypto. And now it's the opposite.
So Cameron Winklevoss said it best. He said at the White House. So you guys probably heard it on TV. He said, I'll paraphrase, but he said if you asked me this a few months ago, whatever, like I thought I had more chances to end up in prison than at the White House. And I actually say that quite a bit. I said I always thought there was more chance for us to get attacked and sued and stuff than to build. So as a founder, I can't, as a trader, yeah, I'm a little bit bearish on PA, but like as a founder, I've never been more bullish in my life. Like never. It's incredible times to be a founder in crypto.
I totally agree. And I noticed the shift. So like I was hanging out with some new friends up in our new neighborhood, and like their facial expressions, their voice when they talk about crypto now is different than it was a few years ago. And I feel like it used to be a little more scammy, like, oh, you're in crypto. And now I don't know. I feel like more people start to see the upside, that it's more established now. And I think there is a lot of signal coming from that. And it is starting at the White House level right now, like that or not.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tyler, I'm glad to hear you say that about your anecdotal experiences. I have not. That hasn't hit me in my cohort yet. People that like, so I'm at the age group where folks don't necessarily have families, probably don't have a ton of disposable income, probably aren't doing a ton of investing. Of course, rural central Pennsylvania. I'm still not hearing the positives about crypto or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it comes. Of course, I'm hoping it comes, but I'm still a little bit of a black sheep as far as like my friend group or my demographic, at least, locally. Of course, I'm just speaking for myself. I know there's a strong demographic of users at this age level in crypto, but those that surround me, I'm not seeing any increased interest at all. Even when price was going up, which of course doesn't mean anything, tiny sample. It's just something that I expected. I expected beyond buying Trump coin. I expected people to be maybe a little more open to buying Bitcoin or something like that. And just those around me, it hasn't really happened yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think while they were more acknowledging and nicer about it, they also weren't asking me like what they should buy.
Yeah. For me, it's different. My friends were all finally got into the space, but that was at the top. I'm fucking down so bad right now. Shit. But oh my god, man, this is a funny. It's weird days. I'm getting flashbacks from when Ovi and I used to host in 2021 on the downtrend, 11 red weekly candles in a row, and we came up every day on this show and we're like, fuck, like how do we even turn this into like, we're like, well, the timeline is so bearish and so grim, like we have to somehow make people feel better without being like also like woo woo, like and I'm flashbacks talking to you guys, like we're like, oh, we're positive, so many good outlooks, and then look to my left screen and it's 79.4. And we're about to lose 120 on Sol and 2,000 on ETH. And I'm not even going to pull up my Sonic chart because I'm probably down like high six figures right now. It's okay. I'm just going to hodl, right? Like my spot bags are meant to be held. But it's just like, it's hard, right? And I think it's hard for us as much as it's hard for anybody else. You just got to hang tight. Honestly, like the best thing you can do right now, and I'm surprised that a lot of people seem not to have that figured out. Like you got to have, like I tell people like, you got to buy dips. And people are like, with what money? I'm like, do people don't have jobs? like you guys have jobs, I know that. I have a job.
Well,
but people don't have
easy.
salary?
Even for people with jobs, man. I mean, it's not easy.
It's tough days. It's true. Things are expensive. Saving right now is tough.
I don't mean to poke fun at it, the whole egg thing, but like,
no, you're right.
Buy groceries and raise a family. It's really, really tough to do.
I'm in Canada.
I'm speaking. I get it, and I'm speaking as someone who's not doing that. I supply dinner for my little brother. That's about it.
Dude, so, I supply food just for 2 people in here, and we're paying a fuck ton of money in Canada just for milk. So I get it, dude. Tyler D's household. I mean, I don't even want to know your bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things though that scares me a little bit when we talk about, like, there's that. I'm not sure how strong the feelings are around they're tanking it so it's cheaper for people to invest type thing. I don't think that's really taken hold, but that I'm highly skeptical of that. People that don't invest. They don't have the funds to invest. It's not because they don't want to. It's not because
It's true.
the
It's
prices
true.
are too high or too low. It's just like they can't do it. So it doesn't matter if Bitcoin is 40,000 or whatever. They're not going to buy because they can't afford to buy. So that I haven't really seen that on my timeline lately.
Yeah.
It was for a brief moment in time that they were like looking to blow things down. It did come from Chamath, like maybe others. Like I saw stuff like that from.
I think
Like
it was Chamath, yeah.
that seems like, I don't know. That seems incredibly just like tone deaf in my opinion. But
Well,
anyway,
what I will say on the bright side of this is there's no longer token mania. So now is the time, like, where you can actually spend whatever time you want to devote to the space. Maybe start looking into protocols, right? Like actually use some of the apps that are out there. And I think like this is a great environment for Myriad to launch.
Yeah,
like, we want to talk about that a little bit. When Polymarket, I mean, certainly they caught a huge boom last year from the election cycle, but also if you remember, the time period leading up to the election was the most bearish may be the wrong word, but it was the most quiet months from a crypto trading perspective that we had. That August, September into October lull. I go look at the pump fund chart.
Yep.
It was by far the slowest period of time. Now we're getting that reset again. So I actually think it's a great time for protocols like Myriad to launch. And for those who are sitting around kind of wondering what to do, like go find low capital ways to start using these protocols, see what you like, and then figure out where you want to dig in from there.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun betting on Myriad.
This is actually my favorite time in the market. It's horrible to say, but the chop is the best because you can zoom out. Like, and
You're right, though.
You can go offline. I was not online at all yesterday and didn't feel like I was missing anything. Like, it's so much more healthy. It's my gosh, it's wild. But
we're down so bad. We're talking about health. It's true though.
Or health maximum.
But you're right though. Like you're right. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like you're right. I remember last cycle I fucked my health up. It was during the bear market that I saved myself. But it's again like 20 pounds. Like in last pull, because I was like just like balls to the wall, just online 24/7. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I mean Myriad. I mean, let's talk about it. I genuinely believe, and this goes to all prediction markets in general, not just us, that there is a better edge right now making money if you want to trade, if you want to give it a shot on prediction markets. So I'm not even saying my shit because we only have one money market open right now, but we're opening 3 more this week, by the way, starting today. We're doing a Bitcoin price point for the week. Over under. We're gonna pick the over under. We're doing another fear and greed index because people love that. So every Thursday from here forward, we're gonna open a fear and greed index for the end of week. Every Thursday. So it's gonna be a thing now on Myriad. And we're doing F1 for this weekend, for Sunday. And then we're opening March Madness one as well. So it's gonna be fun. But I genuinely believe that you have a better edge. And I say that because I actually have the stats. In the pre-season, no USD, so points markets, 73% of people won. This is better statistic than anything on that you have in the market right now. Meme coin's probably what? 0.1? Like, I don't know even or 1. I don't know what it is. I don't want to talk shit. But like there's a better edge here in prediction markets, in my opinion. So yeah, we could go there if you want, Tyler, but it was a good weekend. We're about to hit $150,000 in USDC volume, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, we hit it. Sorry, $157,000 in USDC volume.
Nice.
3,600 traders. So there's some good stats here, you know?
Yeah. So like, I'm happy to talk about my personal story. So I was,
it's dope.
I had a nice hit on the fear and greed index bet. And what I love about like these markets and how there's an edge. So I started out on the yes side.
Yeah.
So pumping into the weekend, it got up to 70-30. And then I was like, that feels a little high. The index only updates once per day. So we knew it was going to update at like 8 p.m. Eastern. It was sitting at 27. It had to dip below 25 for the no to hit. Sunday morning, I'm watching Bitcoin. It loses 83K. I'm like, oh boy. if this thing keeps going down today, I think the no's got a real shot. And then it goes to 82. I'm like, all right, I'm going to close the yes side. And if it goes much lower, I'm probably going to buy the no side and then go lower. So I loaded up on no. So I basically I had a profitable trade on the yes side and then was able to hit the winner because it ended up coming out at 20. But this was insane. If you were around it and following this, once like ETH lost 2K, ETH briefly went below 2,000 yesterday. And when that happened, I'm like, all right, like fear and greed is going to go below.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
It was at 78.5 yes at peak. People thought that was a lock.
It looked like, I mean, it was until the Sunday sell-off, right? Like it was definitely a lock until.
You know why I like prediction markets?
Until it wasn't.
You know why I like prediction markets as a tell for even, you could use prediction markets to your advantage for trading. Because when this prediction market started tanking towards a zero, technically you could have hedged. You could have either gone short the market if you believe that the sentiment is a reflection of the price, or you could have also just sold your positions, saving you a dump. So we went from 83K, 84K. Actually, we're probably 85s here. So let's say 79K. So on the other flip side, I actually used Myriad once to, my best trade of the cycle was Trump, which now I'm fucking wrecked on. But I made it because I went on Myriad. We only had points back then. And I looked at what the people thought Trump would be at by inauguration time. And a lot of people, would it flip Doge or something? We had a market on that. And a lot of people said yes. So I was like, why do 80% of people think it's a yes or something like this? So I took the trade, like with real money, of course. And I cooked. And so I like prediction markets as another metric of sentiment or something else to make a trade. Should try that. So far it's been pretty good.
I just looked at the Trump price.
Oh, I don't look.
1082. It's 85% off all-time high.
Wow.
Which, to your point, Tyler, about folks coming in and buying. I mean, you had to buy night 1, hour 2 to be if you held to be positive now. Maybe.
No, you can't. No, because I have to say when I first saw it, it's at $2 billion. No, you're right.
I bought between 3 and 6. So
yeah, but at like 400 mil is when I saw it first.
First 2 hours, basically.
You're right. Yeah, first 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. Hour 2 hours. Yeah.
I mean, I think most people expected this to a certain degree. Not maybe not to this severity, but like you kind of expected it to just sort of lull about for a while.
Yeah.
But
I did not expect this. I didn't.
Like I don't know.
4 weeks, I thought it could be like one of the big 5 meme coins. I did.
I think a lot of people did. We did have a market on that as well. A lot of people thought that as well. I forget what it was. We had a market on that.
Like when it held that $40 range, so it shot to 75. Looked like it was going to go to infinity. Melania came, it dropped, but then that week it started rebounding and it held that like $40 level there for a little while. I bought some at 40. I thought like, okay, this thing could.
Here we still have that. Look at this. We still have a market on it. Where will Trump meme coin rank by the end of Q1? And this is an interesting chart, right?
All right, what's the meme coin ranking right now?
So 78% of people think 4.
So that's behind what? Doge, Shiba.
Let's look here. You can click here. All right, here it is. It's per the CoinGecko list. So 4. Actually, I don't see Bonk catching up to Trump here. Even Trump on the way down. It's going to be 4. It's going to be 3 or 4. You're right.
Bonk 5 billion.
Wait, excuse me. What is Bonk at?
780 million.
Dude, it's so bad. With is 400 million.
Man, I love the Penguins, but that opened at 3 to 5 bill. That just goes to tell you the market right now. SPX is 300. Let's look at the Murad list.
Oh my gosh. I just saw actually when Twitter finally came back up for me, the first post on my screen was Murad's tweet that said the bounces will be glorious.
Shut the fuck up.
It's hilarious. The poor guy.
Sometimes you
Or
gotta read
not.
the room a little bit.
Well, no, he sold his book to Galaxy, right?
No,
I
that
think
was
that's-
fake. That was
That's
fake.
fake.
That was fake. Yeah.
The bounce.
Yeah, that one. That was like the first tweet that loaded for me.
I gotta take a screenshot of that.
I don't have it in me to believe in something quite like this man does. And I fully recognize that. So I hope it works out for him because it means good things probably for a lot of folks.
Well, yeah, if it bounces for him, it means it bounces for CT, right?
Right. But I don't have it in me. And I recognize I don't have it in me. I will never have it in me to believe in something the way he believes in this.
I have it in me, but not in the coin, in me, like in our company, like it's something I'm building. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I believe in Myriad the way Myriad believes in his coins. But I founded the thing.
That's a
I'm
really
working on
good.
it.
That's a good thing to be able to have.
Right.
So
Like
yes.
believing in a coin that you haven't made, that you have no control of because it's so decentralized, so many holders, and you don't know their personal things, it's tough to believe in, unless it's Bitcoin. Right? Because even Solana, like, it was the top 3 at some point, with all the rugs that fucked it, so it's externalities that fucked you and us. So it's hard to believe in something when something so big. Like Solana was the 3rd largest crypto by market cap, boys.
Mm-hmm.
And all these things still happen. Externalities that destroyed it. Right? It's gonna bounce. It's okay. Things are gonna get better. But think about that, guys. Actually, do you guys think Solana bounces as hard on when the market turns around? Do you think the casino's still gonna be on Solana?
If it's hard for me to think the casino is going away, and I
agree.
feel like it's going to be on Solana.
I think so too.
But also, like, it does feel like there's a bit of a cultural shift in crypto where, like, believe in something is like, let's believe in protocols and teams again, versus let's believe in this coin.
Can we get back to that? Like, genuinely, like, even though NFTs, a lot of stuff we got sold was vaporware, we actually believed in teams. We just were wrong about a lot of the teams. But when you think about it, if you bet on the right teams, a lot of the teams are still there. Now, price is not as good, but Yuga Labs didn't leave. We didn't leave. Azuki didn't leave. Pudgy Penguins didn't leave. As a matter of fact, if you believed in Pudgy Penguins through the bear, you made a fuck ton of money. Right? So there's a lot of a lot of people. Do you guys? There was a main question. A lot of people saying they didn't have fun this cycle. I mean, I had fun this cycle because I love the space. I have fun every day of my life. But did you guys have fun this cycle? A lot of people saying, "Oh, I didn't have fun this cycle. Oh, this shit worst cycle ever." Like, what do you guys think? I'm curious about you two.
It
felt. Go ahead, Logan.
Yeah, I had fun. I did have fun, but it was
daily runners.
It was a different cycle, of course, and when comparing to 2021, it was a lot more exhausting.
Interesting.
So I did have fun. I of course enjoyed it. Round tripped a lot of stuff, just like everybody else. But I had fun. I was just tired at the end of it.
I did. I had a lot of success in the AI meta. There were a few weeks there where you could buy any AI coin between 5 and 10 million, and it was going to 2 to 5x if you were deep in those trenches, and that was fun. I think that was a fun game. The NFTs had their brief token era, right? Where we got the NFT pump back. They're all still higher for the most part than where they were bear market lows. I think Azuki kind of maybe is the outlier there. Had a couple nice airdrops along the way. So it depends if you were a recipient or not, but like Kaido came on the board. So I had some fun, but also like everyone got so tired. So the I'm tired boss meme was the number 1 meme.
One meme.
If you found yourself posting that meme, now is your time to recharge. It's like, I don't want to see the meme again when prices are pumping in a quarter or 6 months. Rest up. Rest the hell up, because you have your window right now.
Okay, I'm glad to hear this. I think a lot of people saying they didn't have fun this cycle are lying, like, for the timeline. It's like shit posting. It was it's been fun. The cycle's not over. We're gonna get another pump, boys. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it's a wrap. I genuinely don't think the cycle's a wrap. I genuinely don't think. There's people saying, if you have been here for multiple cycles, you realize how much of an anomaly last cycle was. We're just returning to Bitcoin being the main driver. Yeah, it was insane. Like, this whole thing. I think I've heard that from a lot of like multi-cyclers. I'm not, so I can't talk like that, but I've heard that from a lot of multi-cyclers that it's been better. Yeah, no Twitter Spaces today because Twitter was rugged. Anyways, I saw the times. It's already 11:04. Is there anything important I didn't cover? And if not, we're just gonna push it to tomorrow.
I think that's mostly it. It looks like we just got some breaking news. Coinbase is going to launch 24/7 and perp style futures in the US. So we may have to talk about that tomorrow.
Holy shit. 24/7 dial.
What happens to the hype price on that?
Where's Hyperliquid at? $14. Could be worse, honestly. How many weekly reds did we just get? Solana's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 green, 6, 7. Yeah. Damn. What about
the only other thing I'm tracking? We talked about it very briefly on Friday, Tyler. Is the Friday night the SIMD 0228, the Solana proposal to change the emission schedule, went live. I was just taking a look off screen here at the current voting. It has not reached quorum yet. So not enough votes yet for this to pass, but it is voting at 75% yes. I'm just using one data source. I've not been able to independently verify across a couple others. So if that's right, this would pass, and they'd be moving to a market-based or a dynamic emission schedule. So not just the flat time-based one that they had previously utilized. So obviously it would have some impact on SOL price, of course. The authors suggested perhaps good. Others I've seen, suggested perhaps not so good. So we'll see. But that's one of the other things I'm tracking. We'll be talking about throughout the week, I imagine. It's not on my timeline as much anymore. It was on Friday though.
Freaking Kobe's tweeting. It's so funny. He said, "Hey guys, big announcement for me. I've accepted a role as the new chairman of White Dudes for Kamala." I'm looking forward to spending the next 4 years electing the first crypto president. Thank you.
Too soon.
Oh man. All right. Well, everybody, listen. Keep your head high. It's a great time to use apps. It's a great time to use new blockchains. There's a lot of them coming up. I know ABS is probably gonna TG at some point. Definitely not in this market. You have Monad, testnet finishing. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's the testnet now happening. Sorry. You have Myriad. I'm sure Fantasy Top is still happening. You have Ethos. You have all these different apps. There's a road tracing. There's a bunch of stuff going on in this market. So make sure you keep yourself busy because it's that always helps you get through the thing. Looks like Tyler emptied his shelf in the back to buy the tea.
I'm in a new house. Give me a damn break. Yeah, I need to get this.
Oh my god, this is so funny, bro. Tyler emptied his shelf to buy the dip.
You want me to ship you? You want me to ship you this thing for the back there?
Oh man,
Tyler, you need a lot of those. You gotta Web3 your background.
Yeah, this is my call to action for you Web3 companies out there. If you want to be featured on one of my shelves,
let's go. Let's go. I'll send you something. Next up is kidney.
Come on.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Rain or shine, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.